Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Holler for a dollar, strip for a tip. This is your girl Joe, and we are in the month of October, and it is murder, mystery, and mayhem and conspiracy theories. Let's get into today's episode. Warning: this podcast is for mature audience, and it contains graphic and descriptions of crime scenes, adult content, strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. There once lived a man and a woman with two children, a boy and a girl. The children went to live with their grandfather. Their mother was a cannibal, but not their father. Their mother being a cannibal and not their father, as many European tales about siblings. Threats come from mothers, a mother-in-law, or a witch with homicidal drive or a taste for human flesh. One day, they said to their grandfather, "We have stayed with you long enough. Now we would like very much to go see our parents." The grandfather said, "Ha, will you be able to return? Don't you realize that your mother is a cannibal?" After a while, the grandfather gave his consent, and he said, "You have to plan to arrive there in the evening so that your mother will not be able to see you, only your father." The boy's name was Hezekiah. He said, "Let us go now, sister." They left at sunset. When they arrived at their father's hut, they listened outside to find out if their mother was home. They heard only their father's voice, so they called him. He came out. When he saw them, he felt so bad and said, "Why did you come here, dear children? Don't you know your mother is a cannibal?" Just then, they heard what sounded like thunder. It was their mother returning home. Their father took them indoors and hid them in a dark corner where he covered them with skins. Their mother came in with an animal carcass and the body of a man. She said, "There's something here. What's that nice smell it is?" So her basically describing the smell like the Jack and the Beanstalk. The mother's appetite is aroused by the presence of humans, any humans outside of her husband. The woman said to her husband, "Sam, what can you tell me about the nice smell in our hut? You must tell me whether my children are here." Her husband replied, "You must be dreaming. They are not here." The mother went over to the corner where the children were hiding and took the skin away. When she saw them, she said, "Children, I am very sorry that you are here because I have to eat people up no matter what." She cooked the animal she had brought home as a meal for her children and their father, and the dead man she kept for herself. After they had eaten, she had went out. The father said to the children, "When we lie down to go to sleep, you must be watchful. You will hear people dancing, wild beasts roaring, and dogs barking in your mother's stomach. You will know by the sound that she is asleep, and you must then get up at once and leave." They lied down, but when the man and the children lied down, they were only pretending to sleep. The children listened for the sounds their father described. After a while, they heard people dancing, wild beasts roaring, and dogs barking. Their father shook them and told them that they must leave while their mother is still sleeping. They said their farewells and crept out quietly so that their mother would not hear them. At midnight, the woman woke up. At midnight, the woman woke up, and when she found out that her children had left, she took her axe and ran after them. They had already gone a long way on their journey. When they saw her in pursuit, they were tired and they could no longer run. As she came closer, the boy said to the girl, "Sister, sing your beautiful song. Perhaps she'll have pity on us when she hears it and return home without hurting us." The girl replied, "She will not listen to anything now because she needs meat." Hezekiah said, "Try anyway, sister. It may not be in vain." So she sang her song, and when the cannibal heard it, she ran backwards to her own hut. There she attacked her husband and wanted to chop him up with an axe. Her husband grabbed her arm and said, "Ho, if you kill me, you will be without a husband." The woman left him and ran after the children again. The children were now close to the grandfather's village. They were very weak, and their mother soon overtook them. The girl fell down, and the cannibal caught her and swallowed her. The mother ran after the son. He fell down at the entrance to the grandfather's hut, and she picked him up and swallowed him too. She found only the old people and the children of the village at home, all the others being at work in the fields. She ate all the people who were at home and also all the cattle that were there. Towards the evening, she left to return home. There was a deep valley in the way, and when she came down to it, she saw a beautiful bird. Now, the bird that she saw, like a lot of birds, this bird was singing. The Jupiter tree, a tale well known in the European culture, seeks revenge by dismembering and becoming the plentiful birds and basically just demolishing the excessive appetite that the mother had. The bird not only punishes but also rescues the living dead by swallowing the cannibal's orge. As she approached it, the bird grew larger and larger until at last, when she was very close to it, it was the size of a hut. The bird began to sing. The woman looked at it and said to herself, "I shall take this bird home to my husband." The bird continued its song and sang, "I am a pretty bird of the valley, and you have brought trouble." The bird flew slowly towards her, still singing. When they met, the bird took the axe from the woman and continued to sing, "I am a pretty bird of the valley, and you have brought trouble." The cannibal grew fearful. She said to the bird, "Give me my axe. I don't want your flesh now." The bird tore one of her arms off. She said, "I'm going away now. Give me what's mine." The bird wouldn't listen to her and continued its song. "I am a pretty bird of the valley, and you have brought trouble." She said, "Give me my axe and let me go. My husband is at home and he is very hungry. I want to go cook. I want to clean and I want to be at home with him." The bird sang louder than before and tore one of her legs off. The woman fell down and cried out, "My master, I am in a hurry to reach home. I do not want anything that belongs to you." She saw that she was in danger, and she said to the bird again, "You don't know how to sing your song nicely? Let me go, and I'll sing it for you the right way." The bird spread its wings up in the air and tore open her stomach. Many people came running out of them. Most of them were still alive, but some were dead. As they emerged, she caught some of them and still swallowed them again. The two children were alive and they ran away. The woman was dead. There was a great rejoicing in the country. The children returned to their grandfather, and people came to them and made them rulers of the land, because it was thought that the cannibal had met her death. The girl was married to the son of the great chef, and Hezekiah's wife was the daughter of the great chef. Now, this tale offers many challenges, not at least of which has to do with identifying its origin. Now, this story is a European tale that was imported, and there's so many different versions of this. The main version of this story is called the Jupiter Tree, or is it an African tale that made its way to Europe, or both tales invented identifying each other. Maternal tenderness is here and transformed into tyranny with a mother's matter of factual, described as a cannibal. Beauty and the song are two elements that will lead to redemption and resecuring. All right, you ghouls and goblins, I'm glad that you liked that story. Until next time, holla for $1 short for a tip. Now I gotta go pay some bills and catch up on all y'all episodes. So I gotta go.